howdy y'all. This is Kentucky Ranger and it's Sissy and Mama and Junebug.
Hi.
Hello.
Junebug.
Lift your head, Junebug.
Happy New Year.
Everybody knows you're here. There we go.
Ranger's recovering from
I'm
surgery.
recovering from my surgery. I'm sitting here sore as woof. Feel like a horse kicked me in the back. So anyhow, we're going to keep this one real simple. And I'll let Cherie explain. We're getting ready to make, what is it, mincemeat bars?
It says fruit and nut bars, but it's made with mincemeat.
Okay.
And in case you didn't know what mincemeat was, mincemeat, they used to make mincemeat pies.
Pie. It was from England, right? It originated
I just
from
Googled
England.
it. He asked me
Yes,
if
you
I knew
Googled.
He asked me if I knew the history of mincemeat, and I didn't. So it says, the ingredients for the modern mincemeat pie can be traced to the return of the European Crusaders from the Holy Land. Pies were created from such mixtures of sweet and savory foods in Tudor England. They were called shred pies then. Were formed from shredded meat, suet, and dried fruit. And that, I don't know. That don't
What is
sound,
suet?
I don't know, but it don't sound good. Does that come from a pig?
It's an English thing. Who knows? Lord have mercy.
I don't know.
I don't have a clue. I like mincemeat.
Now,
But
this
it's so
modern
sick and
Americanized
sweet, I don't-
mincemeat, I like it.
Yeah.
Well, the mincemeat that we've got, that she's going to make the bars
It's
out of,
Americanized.
it's got
Tang.
raisins,
Yes,
apples.
it's American.
Well, there's raisins, apples, and oranges in it.
Oh, okay.
So it should, but
No meat.
No,
uh-uh.
no.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had actual
I have never had a real mincemeat pie.
mincemeat. I wonder what it tastes like. It'd be interesting.
I
wonder if we could come up with a recipe and actually make real mincemeat pie.
I don't know.
ones.
I'd be willing to
but
try
look
it.
in
You
one
never
of
know.
those old Betty Crocker cookbooks,
Yeah, and
which I've
actually
got back there.
No, you probably have to Google an actual English recipe.
Well,
Probably.
when
Of
you
course,
get
then we
through,
find
I'm
out
going
what
to look.
suet is, and we'd probably be like, no. Okay, this one's suetless.
I think-
We're not having
I
suet.
think it's
I am not a farmer.
Or
If y'all know what
sinew.
suet is,
Lard or
let me know.
Well, sinew, that's,
I bet you it's lard.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Well, I'm
Of course,
just
you
showing.
realize I'm going to Google it, and it's going to be up on the screen what suet
Oh,
is.
no.
Oh, here
I'm
we go.
done. I tell you, I'm done
Hey,
with
Siri.
What is suet?
Here's the definition of suet. The hard white fat on the kidneys and loins of cattle, sheep, and other animals
It's
used to
lard.
make foods including puddings, pastry, and mincemeat.
It's lard.
Yeah, it's
Well,
lard.
I mean, kind of. It's like the hardcore
Yeah.
lard.
Yeah,
It's hardcore lard.
yeah.
Okay, I don't know. It might be okay.
Well, you talk about making good pie crust. You can't beat it.
Oh yeah, you got to
If
use
you
lard.
use
Not
lard.
Crisco, but
We
real
used
lard.
to.
Yeah.
We used
I
to
mean,
raise hogs, actually.
Yeah.
So
I
we
mean,
used to make.
Crisco's
Use
okay,
that
but
lard.
buddy, you can't go wrong with lard.
Nope.
Anyway, Mama bought a jar of mincemeat just before Christmas, and we hadn't used it. Or no, wait, maybe it was right after
It was
Christmas.
after
she's,
Christmas.
She's a
Yeah.
frugal shopper, and they had it half off, and she thought, well,
Yeah.
Not half off. They're selling it for $1 a jar.
well, there you go. What
And
was it regular price?
I'd hate to,
it's expensive, I'm sure.
Well,
but she found that recipe on the back of that jar.
anyway, she didn't mince no meat. She got it.
Yeah.
So she come in here the other day and showed me it. So the only time I've seen that recipe was today when I was writing it down on a piece of paper so I could actually see it to make it. So
Plus, it might be hard for y'all to get mincemeat to make it because apparently mincemeat is seasonal.
It is. They said they wouldn't have no more. I went back to get some more,
Yeah, it's gone.
and they sold out.
there may be places that sell it though. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Yeah, you might be able to order it on Amazon or something.
Yeah,
I have
more than
no idea.
likely. More than likely.
Anyhow, we're going to cut scene to the kitchen and we're going to see how to make this stuff.
We'll find out if it's a bomb or
Yeah, we're gonna get to the bottom of this mincemeat mystery. Anyhow, we'll see y'all in the kitchen. All right, here we are in the kitchen. Take her away. What are we doing here?
First thing I did, set the oven, preheat it to 400. That seems high to me.
Man,
that's
that
what.
is,
But that's what the recipe says.
wow.
Like I said, I ain't never tried this.
Well,
I haven't seen the recipe till today when I was taking it off of the
yeah, I'll have that.
back of the jar because the writing's a little teeny.
Yeah, I'll have the ingredients up on the screen.
Anyway, so we'll see what this is gonna take. I'll just have to keep an eye on it because I don't know. 400 just seems high to
That's
me.
pretty hot.
Okay, what you want to do, according to this recipe, you combine the flour, which is, well, let me read off the ingredients first. It takes 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of sugar, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of salt, a half cup vegetable oil, a 1/4 cup of milk, and 1 27-ounce jar of mincemeat.
And that's none such. I love
None
the name.
such. Classical original. Couldn't be too original. It's the original mincemeat.
Original. Well, no, I guess if it was original, it would have meat in it.
So first thing you want to do is combine the flour, sugar, baking soda, and salt. So I add 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. It never said anything about sifting any of this, so I'm not sifting it.
I modern flour, you don't much. I don't think there's
Not
no
like we
worry.
used to
Yeah,
have to.
the original reason that they used to sift flour is to get the bugs out. I know that's gross, but what was that? 2 cups of flour? Well, you just barely had enough, didn't you?
Yeah.
Wee.
I've got plenty all self-rising. Apparently I use my all-purpose flour more than the other.
Well, just had enough.
Yep. Just barely.
Wow.
Okay. Add the flour. Just 1 cup of sugar. Half a teaspoon of baking soda, not powder.
Yeah, baking soda's different than baking powder. The Arm & Hammer stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, half a teaspoon of baking soda and a half a teaspoon of salt.
I'll tell you what, back when I was a truck driver, we went to the mine over in Wyoming that mines the whatever they call it that makes the baking soda. God, that used to be heavy loads. I used to hate those loads.
So you combine that real well in a large bowl. Whoops. Then you add the oil and the milk. So you want a half a cup of vegetable oil. And a 1/4 cup milk, if they can hear me. I know I'm soft-spoken. A 1/4 cup of milk.
sure you use whole milk.
Yeah, I like whole milk. Unless you're
Skim.
if you're on a strict diet.
Well, I guess. I don't know. Skim milk just. Yeah.
Okay, now it says to stir until evenly moistened. And hopefully, when I do a recipe the first time,
Yeah.
I always follow the recipe down to
Yeah.
T since I don't know what I'm doing. And sometimes I've found that they don't work out like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
So we're going to find out. Okay, now, when you get that stirred well, it says that you want to sit back, reserve 1 cup of this crumb mixture. That's why I wanted this extra measuring cup by itself.
Yeah, because I guess the mincemeat goes in between. It's like a layer.
No, it actually
Isn't
goes
it?
on top.
Oh, well. I guess I'll be quiet and let you do your thing. I figured it was going to be like a layered thing that you take that, add it back.
Reserve, yeah. This was just reserve a cup, so that's what I'm doing.
Well,
Okay. Now it says that you press the remaining crumb mixture in a 13 by 9 inch baking pan to form a crust.
you have to grease it first? Or?
No, it didn't say anything about it. Well, this is non-stick anyway, so.
Yeah. I think if you didn't, you'd probably want to grease it. Of course, if it says not to, I don't know. Then again, they want you to set your oven at 400 degrees, so I don't know.
Because of what this is for, I'm going to take some of that out of there. All you're doing with this at the end, according to this, is just kind of crumbling it
Make
on
it
top.
crumble, yeah, that's
so
what I was thinking.
I washed my hands, y'all. And I can tell you I'm a germaphobe.
It looks like Mama got into mincemeat, so there's not
Yeah,
quite a
Mama-
whole jar.
Mama loves mincemeat.
Especially when it's $1.
Yeah, she went back to try to find some more, and it was gone. I'd say at $1 a jar, it would be gone. Okay. Now, when you get that formed into a crust, you top with the mincemeat. I'm gonna stir that up real well.
Yeah.
It seemed like the liquid had kind of settled on the top. This says that this makes 30 bars,
30?
but
Ain't
they
no way.
no way. It'd have to be awful small.
Yeah, them would be dinky bars.
If I'm gonna eat a crumb, I won't even bother.
Yeah, that's... It makes 30 samples. It's like these highfalutin restaurants you go to. They bring you dessert, and it's in a like a little thimble.
Oh, I
It's
know.
like, what is this, a sample? No, it's dessert.
Y'all ever been to a restaurant where you leave hungry? I have.
Oh yeah. I paid my way one time, but I've only been like 3 different times to real fancy restaurants, and it was where I was a guest, so I really couldn't say anything. But and it's not that the food wasn't bad. The food was really good. It's just there wasn't hardly any of it. It's
You
like
remember that time that Me and you and Anton Richard went to that fancy restaurant, Mark Twain.
Oh, yeah.
And they had a piano player in there. We didn't know
Yeah.
it. We went in there looking like a bunch
Yeah,
of
we went in there.
hobos.
Yeah.
And it was a suit and tie restaurant. You talk about getting stared at.
Yeah, it was one of them kind of restaurants that basically you ate what the chef was cooking that night.
I'll never forget that. When we walked in and that was plush carpet and there was a
Everybody
piano.
kind of looking at us like, who are you? I'm like, whoops. And I think it was like in some old mansion or something. Somebody's big old house, wasn't it?
I can't remember. It was.
Yeah, a lot of them weird restaurants like that, they're in like big old mansions.
Okay, now it says that you want to, let's see, sprinkle with the reserved crumb mixture.
How do you sprinkle?
That's what I'm wondering. That's
Use
why.
a fork or something?
That's
Flick
why
it?
I think that it should have.
Crumble it, I guess.
I'm just going to do this, but
Yeah, rub it between your hands.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
y'all, I think if I was going to make this again, I'd probably add just a tad more flour.
Do
What I would
something,
do.
I don't know.
Let's see. In fact, I think I will. That's one of those things where when you first do it, you just don't know. Till you try. It will fix that
I don't
right
know.
fast.
Yeah, because how do you crumble dough? I mean, it's crumbling. It's just, I don't know. That looks crumbly.
I've been known to change things in midstream to make them work out.
Well, one thing for sure, this is going to be interesting.
I tell you what, the first loaf of bread I ever made, yeast bread,
Yeah.
you could have broke a window with it because I followed the recipe.
I'll never forget. Year after year, you kept trying to make real pumpkin pie until you figured out the pumpkins you buy in the store to carve and decorate, those aren't the pumpkins you use to make pie.
I decided it's easier just to buy
just
the
get the
can
pie
and get
filling.
it. I went pioneer it there for
Yeah.
until I got hypothermia that one year.
Yeah, well, Anton went out and bought a wood-burning stove. I mean, you guys were doing the
Homestead
yeah.
until I got hypothermia because I was outside with a ringer and a washboard
Yeah, that was crazy.
and my hands got cold and I almost did them.
The great homesteaders.
Yeah, that was funny.
The thing that got me is that wood-burning stove, you have to crank it up. Of course, I don't think y'all ever cranked it up in the
We
summer.
almost burnt the house down.
I was going to say,
'Cause we was
it
burning
was so
coal one
ungodly
year.
hot in that living room. Because you figure you got this big cast iron stove sitting in the middle of the living room, hotter than crazy. I mean, woof.
Well, Anton worked for the county and he had access to free coal
Yeah.
and he decided to burn coal. It was free anyway, so he got it too hot. And
I was going to say, that's when he
he
discovered there's a difference between wood burning grates and coal burning grates because he melted the wood burning grate.
Okay, once you get the remainder of the dough sprinkled on there, then you want to just sprinkle
Oops.
the top with, it just says nuts. I'm using
Yeah,
walnuts. You can
walnuts,
probably
yeah.
use about anything. I love walnuts.
Yeah. Walnuts, almonds.
But now when I put this in the oven, I'm going to keep a close eye on it because,
Well, how many minutes does this take to bake?
okay, it says on 400 for 30 minutes or until golden brown.
Ooh, 30 minutes.
30
yeah.
minutes at 400. I mean, I've made stuff at 400 before, but it was usually more liquidy than this.
Yeah.
You know, like something that was thick.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Whoops. Did I say it took a cup of something? Just said
Yeah.
chopped nuts. So we'll see. Alrighty. So we'll just put that in the oven.
Hope you don't
You need that for a
No,
thumbnail?
I'll do that after they get done. Ooh, the heat.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to start the timer, and I'm going to keep the light on the inside the oven because I'm going to keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Got it on 30 minutes, but I'm going to keep an eye on it.
Well, we shall see you guys back here in half an hour.
See you in a minute.
See you in a minute, or a couple of minutes, a few minutes. See you in a little bit.
A few moments later.
Well, here we are, the moment of truth. So,
Alright, it took right at 30
right at
minutes.
30 minutes.
I kept an eye on them.
Look at that.
So, it don't look bad, does it?
It's pretty dang good.
It says to let them cool completely, but for the sake of time, I'm going to cut some so Ranger can taste it.
Yeah, just cut a little corner out.
Yeah, they are kind of soft, so I can see
Yeah.
why they'd want you to cool them.
I won't cut the whole thing, just a little piece, just to try it.
Yeah, I'm just going to cut some off right
Yeah, I
here.
can see it's too soggy or whatever.
Yeah, that's what it says to. Let me just cut a corner out, let you try it. Here, let me use a spoon. I'm sure when these
Yeah,
cool.
once they cool, they'll firm up. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Here. Want me to hold that while you try it?
Anyhow, well, I'll just set it down. I need the, what you call it, for the snapshot. Actually looks pretty good. Well, maybe I'll do a snapshot of that. The whole pan, and nothing but the pan. I think it looks good. Anyhow, oops. I'm gonna jump cut. I'm gonna set this on the floor so y'all can see me taste it. Here we are, and here it is. It smells good.
It does smell
You
good.
gonna have a little piece? Get a spoon or something.
Yeah, I'll just get me a.
I'll have a little taste. Here, you can have some of this. Or you gonna get your own?
Yeah, I'll just get me a piece. We'll let the rest of it cool off.
Yeah, it's hot. That smells good though. Mm.
There you go.
Here we go. Mmm.
That is
Oh,
good.
good. Real good.
So 400 worked out good.
Well,
Degree in the oven. The reason I wasn't for sure about it because they're so thin. I figured 400 it would burn the bottom of it,
yeah, I do too.
but it's just right.
Especially
So 30,
didn't grease the
30
pan.
minutes was about right. That's
Well.
why I had it set on.
Anyhow. Well, I got enough. Anyhow, we're going to end this with a, y'all gotta try this. Oh, that's good.
It is good. Hopefully you can find mincemeat somewhere.
Yeah,
but if
I
you
don't know.
can't, I don't know what else would work. Anything that kind
Mincemeat.
of
I don't know what else would work.
something that's got like a mixture of fruits and stuff.
Well, I guess you could get raisins and stuff and make your own mincemeat. No, Lord, that'd be a pain.
There's bound to be some place that sells mincemeat.
Man,
I don't know. I've never bought mincemeat because I always
have no
bought the
idea.
pies already made.
anyhow, God bless y'all, and hopefully next week I'll be a little more pep in my step. I'm still pretty sore.
He's coming out. Thank God he come through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish this off, and we're gonna sit and chit chat for a little while. Anyhow, God bless everybody, and see y'all next Monday.
Bye.
Bye.